Going back to Love. Looking deep here for Dubs. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
2nd and 10.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Rabbit.
Blue striker.
Mott's 49. Hey, I'm coming after you.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Down. 52 blue.
Hey, here I come.
Red cycle.
Here I come. 49 the mic. Watch 49.
Ready.
Final play of the half, Love. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Riley Moss. And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you've got no shot then.
Up the middle they go. McLaughlin. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Brought down that time by Quay Walker. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's McLaughlin. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. To throw is Wilson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 23. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Nixon now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a timeout.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Love going to give this one to Jones. Oh, able to avoid him. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right. He struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Nick Bonito. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. To pass, here's Jordan Love. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. They give him a gain of 37. Well, what do you think? Maybe got away with one? I mean, he's thrown 2 picks already. That looked pretty dangerous.
And it had a little hang time on it, so what he needs to do right now, hug it out a little bit with his guy, because he went up and made a play on the football and kept him from potentially throwing that 3rd interception. There was some trust in there. There was also some hope.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Packers have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Carlson's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And able to get this. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. McLaughlin, and he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Flush to his right. He finds his man, complete. That's McLaughlin. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards, and now it's 3rd and 4.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. Now it's Wilson. That is caught, and they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Here comes second down at 5. They run it again with Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
The Lambeau faithful making as much noise as they can. It's third down. Now a give up the middle to Williams. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Got to kick it, right? I mean, even the short yardage, you boot this thing, don't you?
Yeah, but I know how aggressive you are. I know what you want. You want to go for it, don't you? You're feeling it, aren't you?
Yeah, but treat it like a football game, not like Madden.
I like that. Fight the temptation, kick the field goal, because if you go for it and don't get it, you put a lot on your defense in a short amount of time.
Boy, hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming. 4th and 3. From the shotgun, Wilson. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's first and goal. Williams will take it in. Touchdown, Denver.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Makes the score Broncos 28, Packers 21. Will Lutz set the kickoff.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Here's first and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Again, it's Jones. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. But just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And this will be a Packers first down as good running gets him to about the 44. And now Love going to change things up. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's first and 10 now. And they'll go with a ground attack here.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Love looking to throw it. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Love. He'll buy some time right. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
Come on, set. 33. Drill 52. Drill green.
Now Love. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
On second down, it's Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. An important one here, no doubt. 3rd and 4. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Check 26, check 26.
Green jack.
41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. Let's pick it up.
Jones will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. This is 1st and 10. Wilson to throw. Able to find Mims. And he's out of bounds, so give him about 9 as that stops the clock. Here's 2nd down. Throwing now is Wilson. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Here's Love. Looking deep here for Dobbs. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he will be out of bounds. So, partner, that means we got some free football. We're headed to overtime. So advantage Packers here. They'll possess the ball first with a chance to win it here in overtime. Fair catch called for and taken. So the ball brought up to the 25 to begin this overtime session. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 80 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Well, Love wants to shift things around.
Black shot.
41 Mike.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Looking deep here for Dubs. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they took their shot. That one was kind of up for grabs that time. And you've got to be careful defensively not to make contact too early. But that was textbook right there to get in tight and force the incompletion.
On third down, here's Jones. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on fourth down. Here's Love. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Play fake. Here's Love. That's complete to Dubs. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light still on for him.
Off the play fake, Love. It's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. He had the interception woes in regulation, and now they carry over into overtime. And on the other side, CD, all they need is a field goal to win it.
I'm glad you pointed that out, Brandon, because he has not been sharp all game long. He's been rather loose with some of his passes, and this one might cost him a ball game.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Up the middle they go. It's McLaughlin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. McLaughlin. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
They go play action with Wilson. Rolling to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Play action. Now Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. It's McLaughlin, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line. One overtime. How about two? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. First down, McLaughlin. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 93 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
Right back to him on first down. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's McLaughlin. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skills showing the power, but just not much room to operate. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. Up the middle, here's Pirine. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. It's a 5-yard touchdown run.